There's your bars. We got all the bars. Let's go take a look. Welcome back to the channel. It is the day after the Christmases, and I kid you not, dudes and dudettes, it's got to be, we'll look here in a second, but it's got to be almost 60 degrees. It's supposed to get up to like 65 today, December 26th, in the heartlands, Nebraska, right in the middle of everybody, of all y'all. So we're gonna do something a little bit different today. And now I've been monetized. The channel has been for probably about a year, a little over a year. And I'm going to do a video on what it takes to kind of, my experiences on what it takes to get to that level for your, drag them out of the weeds, fix your cars, rusty junk, fix on tractors, whatever type of channel. And I'm going to do a little video on our experience in going from day one to monetizing. And then I didn't do it right at that point of monetizations because I wanted to see how it kind of plays out after that, and that is probably the most interesting part. So watch for that video coming up real soon. I'm going to do that here in the winter months, probably sometime in January here. So, but today, the reason I mention monetization is we make a little bit every month, a very, very little bit. But all that goes right back into the YouTubes. So fixing the cars and restoring the cars and selling the cars is now my job. The YouTubes, the videos, I do that kind of for funsies. It's a hobby. And all the YouTube monies gets plugged right back into that portion of the business model, the hobby side of the model, so that we can give you better content and more content, hopefully, and be just more efficient in how we do that. And one of the things is we've done a couple things. So we got a newer, better GoPro. I'm sitting on 9 still now, and we're low budget around here. Yeah, you're watching me on a GoPro 9, but we do have a 12, and I think they're up to like 14 or 15 now. But so we've done that. We've done some other things, tripods, lighting is a big thing when you're shooting videos, all that kind of stuff. But one of the biggest things we found, especially with this type of structure, we've got a metal pole barn basically as our shop, and it's all finished. And now we've got a metal ceiling, so that's 2 layers of steel, and cell service inside this building is horrendous. We have these windows here in the front. We've got a door and a window over there. So whenever we're working on something and we got to check for a part, or I have to order a part through an app or the Rock Hard Auto or whatever, if the big door is open, we're all right. We have cell service. If it's not, if it's cold this time of year and this door is even kind of closed, we have to hunker over here on about the area of our entrance mat and usually lean against the door and do the interweb stuff we need to do, text, call, internet, whatever. And then we can go back about our work, and it's really a pain in the butt. So we're changing that. The Santa Clauses brought us something that's going to make things better, I think. It's in this box right here. Now, we've done a little research, and I thought I did research about 1.5 years ago, and it was really expensive, and things have just dropped now. Now, this is all Chinesium, I know that, and I'm not the pioneer of doing this. I've watched a couple of YouTube videos myself, and there's one, I'm going to put the channel and a link down. It was most beneficial to me because this is a wireless bridge, and it's all just plain brown right here, but we're going to do wireless bridge. We're going to bridge the Wi-Fi from the house over to the shop, and we're going to put a router up on a little shelf in this corner. This is the side of the shop that faces the house, and on top of this piece of 1x that we got our steel leaning up against, we're going to put a little shelf, and then we're going to have the Wi-Fi's on this wall pointing towards the house, and we'll have our own router, and we'll have high-speed internet over there. The internet at the house is really good. It has to be in order to download and upload videos. So that's the plan for today, because it is so dang nice. I want to get everything hung up on the house the way it's supposed to be on the outsides, and everything hung up on the shop the way it's supposed to be on the outsides, and it should kind of be plug and play. That's how things are described. But the one video that I linked, the reason I linked it and the reason why it was so helpful is that this wireless transmits line of sight, and I don't have many trees between the houses and the shops. I don't have many trees in, but I do have a couple. And sometimes, especially when you're dealing with the Chinesiums and the budget types of these things, the slightest little obstruction will just knock it in the you-know-whats. So this gentleman on this channel with this video had a bunch more trees than me between his house and shop, and it worked great. So that's why that video was most helpful to me. Anywho, let's get on with it. I've been rambling. We need a tripod, because we're going to do some unboxing, and we're going to do step 1 right now, and that is we got to make sure that this kit is in good operating order. So we've got, I'm going to start down here. Now, my lovely wife ordered this. She ordered the kit with the router. So this is a no-name AX3000 Wi-Fi 6 GB wireless router. I think it'll be fine. But that's what we're going to use in the shop here. And we don't need that box yet. That'll be an unboxing later in the video. And here comes the good stuff. Now we've got these, I believe. Yep, that's our bridges. And then we also have, that box can go away. Here's our mounting stuff. So you get some pretty decent quality hose clamps, and then you get oh. Skizzers. There we go. It's just bubble wrap. How could this be so hard? Okay. All right, and you get 2 of these. So this is the bracketry. Now on the shop side, we'll take out this middle screw right here, and this bracketry just screws on the side of the building. On our house side, we actually have an old school big 3-leg old TV antenna mast out behind the house that is coincidentally in an area where I can get this Cat 6 cable to it really easily. So we're going to put this up on that mast, and then the Wi-Fi antenna will mount to this, and we'll point it at the shop, and then the one at the shop will point towards the house and all that good stuff. So that's the bracketries, and they give you screws, and that's all that's in that box. So we'll set that aside. Now here's the goodness box, and this is a ueevii model. I don't know how you say it. ueevii, but this is the name. Let's call it ueevii for now. So you have 2 of these little transmitters. One's actually a transmitter, one's actually a receiver. We get 2 short Cat 5 or 6 cords, a couple more hose clamps, because that's what holds the actual antenna onto the pole I just showed you. And we have 2 of these power adapters, and the nice thing about this system is you don't need power. And I'm going to go ahead and show you this. That's A. So A is the transmitter. This is the house side. The receiver looks exactly the same, except it's marked B, and then you can switch them. You take this little cover off, and by this little switchy here, you can switch A to B. So you can make one the transmitter, one the receiver, blah, blah, blah. But for now, this is the shop one. We're going to leave that off. Here's the house one. And we're going to have to take this cover off. Down in here, you can change your channel. It's got 3 channels. You can use DC power if you want to. But the nice thing, like I said, about these is this is your POA-LAN, I forget what that stands for, but it is your power supply, and it shoots power to the antenna through the cat cable. So you don't have to have a cat cable and a power wire to this unless you want to. And that's really nice, because you don't want to put any more holes in the side of your shop or house than you have to. So we've got one of those. Come on. Oh. Two of those. And then the box is empty. We do get some constructions. Kind of tells you in pictures. Pictures are nice in their color, so that's helpful. But yeah, so picture your house here through your LAN PoE to your master bridge, and then your slave bridge, your receiver bridge over here, your PoE LAN to your other router, and you're in business. That's this picture right here is our plan. That's what we're doing. So before we get too excited about going and drilling holes and getting ladders out and that kind of stuff, first thing we're going to do is we're going to plug. Make sure you're still in frame. Oh yeah, here you are. Going to plug both of those bad rides into our shop extension cord. And this is B. And we're going to plug this into the left side of there, and we're going to plug it into the PoE port there. And we're going to plug this one into the left side and also into the PoE port on that power supply. And then you'll see these lights start to come up on both of these, and then we're going to let them sit here like this. And I'll actually turn this one over, and we'll see if they think a little bit. There we go. Here's what we're looking for. This is our signal meter on the side of the antenna. So we don't have a local area network. We don't have a network cable plugged in yet, but that signals all the way. That signals all the way. That means these two pieces are working and communicating with one another. So now we just got to get them hung up and pointed at each other, one on the shop, one on the house, and string our Cat 6 cables, and we should be in a pretty good place. Okay, we're making progress. It's going a little slower than I thought it might, but it always does. But we're done. I think, well, we got to do a little bit of silicon carney, but we got her. Here, let's go take a look. I got to put the little lid on the bottom, that thing, but we got about a 5/8 hole here, a little grommet in there. We got our Cat 6 cable run through, and we're hooked into LAN 1, local area network 1, and then we're gonna put our little lid on here, and we should be done. I just kind of aimed it towards, see the fireplace, see the antenna? That's what we're shooting for. And yeah, we're basically halfway there. Let's get lid on. We're going to silicone inside of this grommet, and then we're heading over to the house to do that in. Go around to the back here. So here's my old-fashioned TV antenna, and you can kind of see there's the Wi-Fi bridge transmitter right there, and we got Cat 6 cable coming down. I put it in some for now just some underground sprinkler tubing, and then brought it up, got it into the house through here, nice and tidy, no leaks or nothing. I don't know what we'll do long term on the end, on that end, but we're good for now, for sure. So that's all connected. Went in the house, plugged it into the local area network #1 slot. Now let's go up to the roofs. I'm losing daylight, you guys. It's like 4:30 or something here. Took longer than expected. I started this about 11:30 maybe, and it's 4:30 at least. So, but I wanted to do it right. Some of that stuff getting into the house was a little wonky, and then we went ahead and we used to have direct TV, and now we just got the smart TVs that run off the Wi-Fi. So I tore down the old dish and a bunch of the old coaxial that was going on and stuff. But let's go up here now. Hang on, I better not climb and carry. Okay, from the house, and this doesn't work anymore. I kind of wish it did, actually. We'd be getting TV stations from like Japan and stuff. But here's our rig. We got it all connected, and it's kind of, now if you look, the shop is right there, and the other antenna or the receiver, you just shoot through about the south quarter of that tree, and we've got it powered on. We've got all kinds of bars showing there, so they're communicating. Now let's go back over to the shop and see what kind of Wi-Fi we got, if any. Okay, back over at the shop. Beautiful sunset, by the way. New car, new customer project, patient alert coming up. And yeah, well, you can see it. You probably won't be able to see it from here, so I'll take you up here. We got the ladder on the side of the shop yet, but there's your bars. We got all the bars. So let's go in now, and for giggles and poops, we're going to close down the door so we don't have any cell signal. Let's take out the old phone. Now I do have it connected. It's all hooked up. I didn't do a review on the router. It did end up being a ueevii router, green light. So I made one connection incorrectly to start with. I took the cable coming in from the dish or from the PoE here, and I hooked it into local access network 1. That was wrong. It needed to go to the WAN connection, which is wireless access to the network, something like that. I don't know what it stands for. I just know that the construction said you need to plug it in there. So I did that, and we have the Wi-Fi's. I do need to invest in some sort of, I mean, this extension cord works okay, but we're going to put an extension cord here and tidy this up. We put this little shelf up here. Life is really going to be good. I mean, I think So back to the stool. Let's see what my phone says here. Oh, look, we got bars. Look at that, 1 dot of service, cell service, 2 right now because I walked over by the windows. But let's go way back here in the back of the shop. And it's gonna lie. It's gonna talk. There we go. 1 dot of service, but look, 3 bars of the Wi-Fi. So let's go to the interwebs, and I guarantee you I would not be able to get to the interwebs back here. Let's shut this off for a second. And in any way, shape, or form, let's go to the YouTubes, huh? Bang. It pulled up like that, you guys. Nope, that's not Uncle Tony. It's that fast. Internet, Google, right there. How awesome is that? Now let's just go ahead, put you guys here, and I don't know what speed test to use, but let's see what comes up for options. Speed test by ueevii.fast.com. Looks like I punched on that one before. Let's do that and see what happens. Oh, look at that, you guys. 440, 80, 500 megabytes per second coming in. That's why, let's see if we get one that goes Google Fiber. Let's see if this one will, oh, hang on. Go. It's a go. There it goes. What do we got? Yes. This one's a little slower. This one's saying about 400 up. Or that was download. This is upload. And we're 400 upload too. That means, guess what? I can live stream in the shop if I want to. So that is one of the things, you know, at the beginning of this video we talked about, or I talked about when I was blabbering, is how do we make the experience for you even better? That's one of the things that we can now do. We can live stream, do real-time short videos, tips and tricks, all that good stuff. Now, setting this thing up, I will tell you that I expected for this to be an extension of my home Wi-Fi. It is not. I had to sign into the ueevii router with the password and the constructions, and so unless I can figure out how to make it, you know, blend, it's gonna, you know, but it'll automatically connect. So do I ask me if I'm too worried about that right now? I'm not, okay? So it is a separate Wi-Fi and password, but it's coming from the house and it's fast as all get out. And my goodness, you guys, I could not be happier. So I'm going to jump on the bandwagon with the rest of the YouTube videos. We got the ueevii wireless bridge. We got model CPE 688, and then it also came with, that's the bridge. Where's the box? Oh, and it came with this, the AX3000 Wi-Fi 6 gigabyte wireless router. Seems to be doing the trick. The light's green. Oh, we got tons of signal. I think even in the summertime when that tree grows leaves and flowers and all kinds of sorts of stuff, in the spring it's crabapple tree, so you know how that goes. It's going to be fine. By the way, I'm looking at the clock. It is right at 5 o'clock. So we started about 11:30, less than 6 hours, and I did some other stuff, and there was stopping and going and breaks and whatever else. So if a guy really wanted to hunker down, yeah, 4 hours without too much of a sweat. And it was super nice today. Supposed to be pretty darn nice tomorrow. And then old man winter is going to come by and kick us in the junk. And, you know, this nice Christmas weather is going to come to an end. Anywho, okay, that's enough. I'm I am tickled, guys and gals, and I hope you're excited. We're going to bring you even more stuff, more content, live stuff. Who knows? We're just going to do more stuff, but it isn't possible without you guys and gals clicking on our stuff, watching our videos, commenting, liking, subscribing, all that good stuff. Even though we don't make hardly anything per month, we wouldn't be making anything without every single one of you. So appreciate each and every one of you. We'll catch you on the next video.